Hey Al, Dinosa. On that, I just wanted to let you know I just saw Jersey Shore Season 3, Episode 1, The Arrival in Italy. And it all started with Nicole getting a passport photo, which is the best way you could have done it. Snooki gets a passport photo, and everyone else gets their photo because they're getting ready to go to Italy. And I just want to say overall how this episode started, I thought it was really good. The episode started with everyone just talking about us having a good time in Italy, just talking about how everything is great, the guys are totally cool, the girls are cool, everybody's single, and no drama. It is a blessing, and they're going to Italy. And that's just wonderful. I mean, I loved it. It was great. And then, but as always, it starts as a race. Who gets there first? So anyway, they're racing as fast as they can to get to Italy here, and they're taking planes. Now, the way it starts is everyone get their passport photos, then everybody goes meets at somebody's house on that to have dinner or lunch. And in this case, Vinny is the one that's most prepared because his family speaks Italian. He knows a little of Italian. So he goes there and then meets up with the guys, and they're all learning Italian and phrases to say to the girls. And then they have this big dinner and they go to sleep because they're going to get ready to go to work. Or not work, we get on the plane. And all the girls go over to their girl's house with their dad, and they all talk about how great time they're going to have. And the funny thing is, they're like, oh, we got male strippers. And their dad's like, ah, here I am. So that was pretty badass. And I give that dad props. That was funny. But anyway, the race is on. They get on the airplanes. They're leaving I think it was Newark. I think they leave Newark, New Jersey, heading off here. Now the guys are going to Madrid, Spain for a 2-hour layover, and they're all talking like, oh, one of the girls like, tell you what, guys, airports are very unusual places that either there's a lot of hot chicks or a lot of ugly chicks. It's usually not in the middle. It's one or the other. And they're in Madrid. They're like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. But they're only there for 2 hours. Girls go to Dusseldorf, Germany. Yeah. And even Nicole's like, I'm in Dusseldorf, and I think she mispronounced it like dork, Dusseldorf, or and even countries. She said countries earlier on. It's a country. So. Anyway, they take their layovers, they fly over on, and then the girls end up, I believe, going to Milan and have to take a bus to Florence, whereas the guys take a ride to Florence. So the guys get off, they're on the trains, and they're commenting like how small the streets are, and they're going to have to walk, Ronnie's going to have to walk sideways to get through the streets because he's so big on that. And they get there first, and they find this is a beautiful house, just looks huge. They have to go 2 flights of stairs up. They got views, they got their own patio with a grill. It's wonderful, and they all pick their rooms on that, and they get ready. The girls show up, and then they're mad because they got kind of screwed on rooms again, but they also say, you know, it's great seeing everyone. Then they ask the guys to help. The guy's like, man, how many bags you bring? About 50 bags for this? So it's overall, it's just wonderful on that. And it's just wonderful people, wonderful feeling on that. So, and then they said the first night there it's midnight. Let's just go look around, and they go out. It's actually, now I haven't been to Florence or Milan, and I know some companies that I deal with in Milan on that. But I heard fashion wise it's a really high end town. Florence is more kind of a rustic town, but the thing is, it's really beautiful from what little shots. The funny thing is, they're talking about the Duomo Church, the Duomo, and they're like, "What's that? Is that a church?" It's like, yeah, a little. They just didn't know. But then you got to factor in these people are like in their 20s, young. They're not interested with that kind of stuff. So it's like, you know, it's like, whoa, whatever, you know. So they're going on to they see Ferris wheels and they see this and they want to do all this. So it all goes great first night there, and then they get up, they're having shots, they're just enjoying their company. Now here's where all the comedy starts. They're plugging in their blow dryers and their hair flattening irons, and their transformers keep blowing because nobody except for Dina read up on this. And this is funny because Paul's like, this is the 4th one I've blown, what the heck? And Dina's like, oh, well, how much is like the amperage on that? And Will says, well, you need a 3,000 blah 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 for this, and Paul's like, you just see the face, okay. It's just one of those examples that when you're dealing with something like that, someone usually knows a little something that you don't know, and that is very helpful on that. And just that one experience now, if I ever travel internationally again, which probably will, I'm going to make sure that whatever I'm bringing, I've got a transformer that can handle it on that. So, and people, those transformers to convert voltage, they shouldn't be expensive, but because it's such an accessory and because they don't sell very much, they are marked up the rear. They're like probably an 80% markup on these, but they got you because you have absolutely no choice, because that's what's in the electrical on them. So anyway, Nicole Dee's like using one of these flat iron, and it's getting so hot it starts burning her hair off. So they're like, it's just freaking out, and that's the hilarious part, is these things just start breaking left and right, and these little nuances, plus the killer pigeons, which I've heard in Italy, specifically Florence, those pigeons are very killer. They don't care. They're so used to people and everything, they'll just go right at it. The other thing which I think is interesting is that how it expands, like how everybody's on, but then here comes the drama. They're at the clubs. They said Vinny's got to translate to these girls so we can, do whatever. Then Mike starts running his mouth to all people, Ronnie, who have all this drama before, that he hooked up with Nicole in, I think it's either in L.A. or New Jersey, while she was still with her current boyfriend. And that's the whole sequence. When I first saw this, the whole sequence on that about Nicole's new boyfriend, I'm like, oh, great, she finally found someone. That's good. And then Mike's getting like, I did this and all that. So they're like, okay, whatever. And everyone salutes their whole night. Then they show previews of the supposedly not only this next episode, but the following episodes, where Nicole is so freaking pissed. She throws a bottle at him, smashes on the wall. Everybody's like, what the heck? And Mike just starts flipping out. It's just, oh, bring it on, bring it on. Next thing you know, they got ambulances guy over there. And in some ways, Mike was courageous by just saying, I'll friggin' whoop you on that. I don't think it's Ronnie who did it. I think he may have hit his head or something, or done something weird, because like, if I don't know. We'll just have to see how it is played out. But anyway, what happens is that they have to go this and like all this drama all over again on that. And Nicole, I feel so bad for her, because she's right. She says she doesn't deserve this. I mean, why is it we have to go through this again on that? So I do feel really bad for Nicole, but at the same time, she does bring this a little bit on herself on that. But, I'm sure this episode they're tough, and we all know they've been filming the next one, the summer one, at Seaside. So overall, it was a great episode, good start. Probably not the best one we've seen yet. Probably that fight or whatever happened there is going to be the next one. But we're going to see how it is. And it showed previews about Nicole, which was national news, got arrested for hitting officers, but the car's brakes didn't work. And that was actually proven that they didn't work. So anyway, this is Dinosa. That was Jersey Shore Season 3, Episode 1. Italy. We'll check on the other episodes later. Bye.